Nathan, talk to me about tonight's game. I'm particularly interested in your thoughts on the start. 4 straight touchdowns.
That was a good start. We talked about this week, ending every series with a kick. I always joke with Carl, we don't want him on the field unless he's holding extra points, and we certainly did that in the first half. Second half didn't feel like we played up to our standard. I think that first drive, I had some inaccurate throws. Would love to, kind of left a sour taste in my mouth a little bit. So good first half, but we can't expect to play that way in the second half and win too many games. So I think hats off to our defense and special teams for keeping us in it in the second half. But offensively, I feel like we could do better. But things that we did well, we didn't have any turnovers, which was good. Obviously, being pretty efficient in the first half helped us. So good, but always things to work on.
A couple of times where you went for it on third down.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about those gutsy plays and what's going through your mind in those moments.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we're doing some quarterback sneaks. It's good when we can trust the guys up front to beat their guys and get us however many we need. So I love the aggression, and I think it's I think trusting each other is the way to go more often than not.
One more for me. You scored a lot of touchdowns in your career. What do you make of Deontay Williams' touchdowns?
Oh yeah, that was really cool. That was awesome. That was really good to see. That was a great play. I think defense, they've been harping on it for a while to get some takeaways, and I was happy with our team. The fact that I think we won the turnover margin today. We were that was good. It's first time in a while, it feels like. So that was a great play. When he was running with the ball, looked like he ran it before, had the ball in his hands before. So that was really good. He works extremely hard. He's always up early lifting and in the morning, and works hard every day in practice. And happy to have him. That play was a testament to the kind of player he is. So that was good. Good to see.
I want to ask about your O-line. I think at least for the first 3 quarters, you had the one play where the ball was knocked out of your hands. I think that was your only completion of the first half, and then there was one where you had to break free of a sack, and I think you took off for 18 yards. Other than that, it didn't look like you got touched a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel like your offensive line really gave you a lot of opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, and that's a talented defensive line. They are certainly not scrubs at all. They I think in the last game too, in Ottawa, I think our offensive line did a good job. I think I just needed to trust them a little bit more and hold on to it and go through my reads at times. So they've done a fantastic job the last couple of weeks, and Mike obviously coming back after injuries, doing a really good job. I think they're playing at a really high level right now, and hopefully that can continue. I know that they're working really hard, and another big test for them next week.
You had the one play where you were upset you missed Katoy on a pass that may have scored or led to a first down, led to the field goal. But other than that, it didn't look like you left a lot out there. How satisfying was that to be able to finish drives and come away that way?
Yeah, I mean it was satisfying in a way, but at the same time, it's like I just not happy with the second half. I wish we could have scored some more points. So felt like we hardly had it too. I would love to have done something here and there differently in the second half and kind of walk out feeling a little bit better. But obviously, you gotta appreciate the positives. It's hard to, that's a good defense. It's hard to, score as many points as we did. So it's a good team win overall. So happy with that.
Nathan, the last time that the Lions scored 30-plus points in at least 6 straight games was 1991 when Doug Flutie was the quarterback. What's your reaction when you hear that?
Well, it's pretty cool. Obviously, Doug Flutie's a pretty good player, and was that the season that he broke all the records? Was it 6,600 or whatever?
Yeah.
Was that the 6,600 year?
Yeah.
Was that year?
91.
Baker? Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
So that's pretty cool. So obviously, we would like to have. It's good to be able to have that kind of level of consistency, but we haven't won all those games. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what the stat is. If we're beating teams 1-0, at least as long as we're winning, that's what's important to us.
On that note, if you were to just look at the raw box score numbers, it looks very similar this game from last week, a very different result.
Mhm.
To you, what is the biggest difference between those two contests?
I think we were able to play a more complementary ball. When we can, it's tough for any type of defense. No matter how things are going. If you give last week we gave them unbelievable field position after a turnover, and it's hard to they're backed up as a defense, right? So, we gave them that. We settled for too many field goals last week, so we gotta play complementary ball, and I think we did a better job of that today. Obviously, our defense getting us one. A defensive touchdown is huge, getting us some stops early, and so we could get the momentum going right from the jump. I thought that was good, and so I thought we played today better, complementary, all three phases, I think that's really the key. So we do that moving forward, we're gonna be a tough team to beat.
Just last one, sort of touching on the same thing that Jeff did. When you're able to be as active as you were in the short yardage game and rushing for those hard yards, do you feel more engaged in it? Like, does that invigorate you to be able to contribute in that aspect of the game as well?
What do you mean?
Just like, does it fire you up, I guess is
I mean, yeah, moving the ball fires me up. Yeah, scoring touchdowns fires me up. Spreading the ball around is a big part of that as well. I think we did that tonight. I like what we did today. So, wins fire me up too. Big fan of that. So, overall, whatever it takes. I think this week we knew what kind of team that they had been against our run. So to be able to be versatile and be able to throw it a little bit more is always good when you can be multi-dimensional. And so